Wow. Barcelona getting beaten 3-0 by Chelsea. What a performance from the Blues in the Champions League. And I've got to say it right here, right now. Barcelona looked completely destroyed, dismantled. Every word under the sun you can actually say about Barcelona, they got annihilated. And I said it. I called it. I said that Chelsea were going to beat Barcelona. I've said many times across the season. And I know the reason why. It's because Chelsea play at a higher tempo. They play a faster rhythm. They have players that don't hold on to the ball for 5, 6, 7 touches. And it's synonymous, guys. It's synonymous across the whole of La Liga. The teams are washed. They are horrific to watch. And we are a broken league. The teams are awful. There's no competition at all with Barcelona and Real Madrid. So they get shell-shocked when they play a great team, an organized team under Maresca in Chelsea. They get shell-shocked big time. And La Liga is very much to blame for this, but also Hansi Flick, how he set up the team. I know the red card, but even before that, Chelsea were consistently battering Barcelona like a battering ram on their defense, knocking on the door, waiting for it to open. And La Liga is unbelievably trash. You see the tempo that Chelsea's playing like. It was mad. They made them look Barcelona. They made Barcelona look completely amateur. From Esteval, Garnacho. Hold up. Garnacho made Barcelona look amateur. Him, of all players. This is ridiculous. The teams are washed. End of story. And I'm frustrated by it. That the teams are absolutely on a complete pedestal, 3-4 tiers down below. Real Madrid, trash. Barcelona, trash. Every single team in La Liga is trash. I know Garnacho was absolutely horrific, but he was better than the majority of Barcelona players. That's what it is. We are on a different wavelength here. Honestly, I looked at Barcelona. I was saying, you aren't competing with Chelsea. I saw Chelsea in the weekend against Burnley. And after watching that, it has been absolutely concrete in my mind that Chelsea will beat Barcelona. They didn't have the best performance against Burnley, but they got the result. And Burnley are a very stubborn team at Turf Moor. I know that. And I'm going to pick up a super chat in a second because it's actually dead on true. Hey Dave, La Liga is F by Premier League, this Champions League up to this point. I'm losing my head from the game and the drinks. F's sake, why does football get us like this? Absolutely. And we know it off by heart that, oh my Lord, what can I say, man? What can I say, people? Barcelona were outplayed. They were outfought. Maresca had better set up tactically, and that's what he did. He went with Reece James and he went with Caicedo in the defensive midfield positions. He knew that Barcelona would try to control the tempo, trying to control the middle of the park. They controlled nothing. That's how it is. They controlled absolutely nothing. What you expecting for them to do? They didn't do anything at all. Nothing. Forget about the red card. Forget about it for a second. Let's talk before the red card as well. Because them two in the midfield, they were bossing it. Enzo bossing it. The whole team of Chelsea were passing the ball around Barcelona and making them look idiotic throughout the whole of the match. I'm not talking about the end where the Olé started coming from the fans. I'm talking about the whole match here. Ridiculous. And in some part of me, I have to look at it like this. I say, okay, Barcelona are horrible. Real Madrid are horrible. Villarreal are horrible. And Atletico Madrid are horrible. Bilbao are horrible. So you've got all these teams competing in the Champions League, and all of them are godforsakenly trash. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. I said that Barcelona and Real Madrid will be 7th and 8th in the Premier League. People laugh at me. They would be. They would be 100% 7th and 8th. I know it off by a fact. Every single team above that, even teams below that, play a higher quick tempo, play a better rhythm. They pass the ball better. They don't take 10 million touches. They don't move like turtles. They don't move like snails. It's factual. We know that. Real Madrid, I tell you what, Real Madrid fans, I'm going to say it right now. They're getting giddy over this performance that Barcelona lost against Chelsea. I'm happy as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm really happy about it. But the situation remains as this. Is that Real Madrid will get smacked up by Chelsea also. What are we doing here? Real Madrid will get battered by Chelsea also. They will get destroyed by Chelsea. They wouldn't even score a goal. Neither did Barcelona today. So, what are we doing here as Real Madrid fans? We know that Barcelona absolutely got pounded today by Chelsea, but they're acting like they're on their high horse because they're sitting 1 point ahead of Barcelona. You're sitting 1 point ahead of Barcelona and you're acting like this. It's crazy to me. I don't understand it. I get the banter. I get the rival between Barcelona and Real Madrid. But let's be honest here, man. Real Madrid and Barcelona are doing jack in the Champions League. They're doing absolutely nothing. They have no hope of getting through the round of 16. We're laughing, and then we're going to face Manchester City. Make it make sense, people. It's only down the road. Because you can laugh and laugh and laugh until you get pounded. And we were laughing when we beat Barcelona in El Clasico. 2-1, by the way. A scrape-by job. And then, the last 3 matches have been absolutely shambolic. May I remind you that Liverpool beat us also 1-0. May I remind you that Elche drew to us. May I remind you that Vallecano drew to us. This is madness. I don't even know how Madrid fans can get on their high horse. I'm just going to be honest here. There cannot be any gloating or anything in the state of Real Madrid at the moment either. They're both trash, both of them. Every single one. Barcelona fans know that their team is also trash. But Real Madrid fans should know that their team is bad, but they're getting too clouded by the fact that Barcelona got beaten by Chelsea 3-0. When in actual fact, we'll probably get pumped even more by Chelsea. Make it make sense, people. There is nothing to gloat about this match. Chelsea were an amazing feat, honestly. They were amazing today. They maneuvered the ball around the pitch like a world-class team. They are, in my eyes, when I look at it today and how they performed on the pitch, and I said it also before the season, that they're in that top 5 of European teams. Probably alongside Arsenal, Bayern Munich, probably alongside PSG, Man City, and then you probably put Chelsea in that argument there. It's the 3 Premier League teams and Bayern Munich and PSG. Real Madrid and Barcelona are well out of that. Well out of it. I've got to say it. I'm not even confident about Olympiacos. So I don't even know what's happening here. The whole situation about La Liga and the non-competition and nothing's happening, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I want to see competition in La Liga because inevitably it makes Real Madrid a better team. It makes us a better team. It does. When teams like Villarreal and Sevilla and Valencia and different teams, a string of teams, Bilbao are better, It makes us a better team because we know we have to understand how we're competing on, the level that we're competing on, the stage that we're competing on. Because when you get to Champions League, bro, you get shell-shocked. Look at Barcelona today, man. They got absolutely destroyed, bro. 3-0. 3-0. I knew the bridge was going to be tough, but I didn't expect them to look amateur. I didn't expect them at all to look amateur. They looked a shadow of any Barcelona form last year. Like, you have your Super Saiyan levels on Dragon Ball Z, yeah? This is not even, like, nowhere near their top level. This is, like, minus gears. It's, like, just really down the bottom. It is nuts to me. And, look, certain players, I'm just going to take my hat off to it. Esteval, again. Look at the goal that Esteval scored, guys. Come on, mate. Esteval, bro. Brother, this guy won't come to Real Madrid. I know he won't. Do you know the reason why? I'm going to tell you why. Because he sees other Brazilians falling off a cliff. This guy's not coming to Real Madrid. They're falling off an absolute cliff, mate. His compatriots, Rodrigo and Vini, completely falling off a cliff like no man's business, honestly. And you expect Esteval to come to Real Madrid when Chelsea have more likelihood to win any trophies, especially European ones. I tell you, at the moment, as it stands over the next 5 years, Chelsea have more likelihood to win a Champions League than Real Madrid. So why would Esteval come to Real Madrid? Let's just be honest, man. I'm supposed to be cooking Barcelona, but I'm cooking my own team inadvertently as well. Because Esteval cooked Barcelona, mate. I tell you what, the whole team of Barcelona, they tried to line up against Esteval. And the guy just went, hey, I'm just going to bang it past. Unbelievable, man. The whole team got wrecked, bro. What a flipping game, man. What a game. Unreal, man. Chelsea, they were sensational on so many fronts. I think, personally, in terms of the midfield press, I think Caicedo probably and Reece James get man of the match for me. Reece James especially. Unbelievable. He played great today, Reece James. The guy was consistently pressing. De Jong consistently pressing. Fermin Lopez not allowing him to escape. Ferran Torres getting absolutely cooked as well. Like, the whole team was getting pressed out of their skins. Because in Barcelona, in La Liga, hey, you have time and space to play the ball. Don't get me wrong, you have about 10 years on the ball before you're able to pass it off. But here, this is Chelsea. They're going to press you. They're going to press you very, very high. They're going to absolutely outrun you. The stamina of Chelsea's better. The physicality of Chelsea's better. The midfield of Chelsea is better. The attacking force of Chelsea is better. Today proved it. Even absolute scrubs like Garnacho played better than Lamine Yamal. A scrub like Garnacho. He was trash. But I tell you what, Lamine Yamal was on a different level of trash today as well. All at Koundé. Oh, my Lord. Koundé. Jesus Christ. Araujo as well. Doing the Bozo gene. Usual stuff again from Araujo, Bozo gene syndrome. We know it from Araujo. He's the usual guy. Usual man. This is ridiculous to me. I've never seen Barcelona. I tell you what, I've seen Barcelona have so many Champions League games, but I've never seen such a one-sided Barcelona match where they got absolutely pumped, apart from probably Bayern Munich's games. Remember Bayern Munich when they absolutely thumped Barcelona? That kind of match where it's completely one-sided and there's no coming back. Barcelona had nothing in reverse, man. Nothing in reverse. Like zero input even before the red card. Zero input. It is ridiculous. Eric Garcia out there doing the skanky leg. Oh my Lord. This guy looks like an absolute horrific player out there in midfield. Eric Garcia. What are you smoking? In midfield with De Jong. De Jong, this guy, I tell you what, I've got to take my statement on him and Bellingham. I know Bellingham, I don't highly rate him at all, but De Jong, this guy takes about 7, 8, 9, 10 touches before he passes the ball. What's he doing? What is he doing? Waiting for somebody to appear out of nowhere. Guys, there's people in front of you. You can pass it within 2 touches. My Lord, like Chelsea, they were 1-2 touch, pass it on. 1-2 touch, pass it on. 1-2 touch, pass it on. That's what you'll do. That's what you're built to do in the Premier League. We know that already. That's how they are, because you know that the teams are going to be on you consistently. And Chelsea, that's how they're built. The 1-2 touch play was absolutely incredible. They made Barcelona chase shadows today. Absolute shadows. It's ridiculous, man. Like, I may have to retract that statement about De Jong, mate, because he is absolutely suspect. Let's just call it as he's come back. Well, pretty much, I know, but suspect, crazy, man. The back line, suspect as well. Oh, my Lord. Hey, Kabasi by himself, mate. This guy. Kabasi. My Lord. This has to be one of the most one-sided games I've seen Barcelona suffer all season. I know Sevilla was really bad. This is worse, man. This is a complete whitewash. 3-0. Just no messing around. Absolutely crazy, man. Let's get into some statistics, people. The statistics, because we got to go into it, man. Look at this team right here, man. Absolutely crazy. 7 point throw from Yamal, man. The guy got stinker and hooked quickly. He didn't do nothing the whole game. He lost the ball a couple of times, I remember that. But, Yamal, bro. Oh, my Lord. This guy's got to rethink his life at all, mate. Maybe probably get a new girlfriend. But this is mad, bro. Like, I've got to say, yeah, from me personally, and I mentioned it before, look, Reece James, I definitely give Reece James a man, not just because of his assist, but he was consistently chasing down the midfield of Barcelona. He was making everything work in the midfield. He was bringing, obviously, the ball from defense to attack, along with Caicedo. Caicedo was also great. Caicedo made some absolute incredible challenges, people. Absolute incredible challenges. What a player he is, Caicedo. Probably the best defensive midfielder in the world. That's what it is. He's the best defensive midfielder in the world. There's nobody who can match him. That's just facts, as we know already. And look, I really like other players in the world, but he is just next level. Next level. And I'm just going to say, like, all the goals, even the one that was supposed to be offside, the lap goal, honestly, it wasn't offside, man. I saw it on the lines. Brilliant. Like, the play of it itself was superb. The high line got caught out. There was nothing about it. And the first goal, obviously, an own goal. But, bro, Chelsea were knocking on the door. They were completely annihilating Barcelona. Annihilating them. Like, I've never seen Barcelona this season get absolutely pumped like that. This on a different level, man. And Real Madrid, man, I tell you what, like I said before in the stream, Real Madrid fans cannot say anything. We cannot. Let's get onto the stats here. I'm going to talk about Real Madrid in a second as well, because I feel I need to, because a lot of Real Madrid fans are going online. They're spreading all this stuff now. Oh, Barcelona this, Barcelona that, bro. We're not better ourselves. When we're trash, mate, we're 1 point against. We're 1 point ahead of this trash Barcelona team. 1 point, one solitary point ahead of Barcelona. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And they just got battered by... Just leave it as it is. Anyway, cool. We move. Statistics. Crazy. Yeah, Barcelona didn't even maintain possession of the ball that well. And we saw it evident in the match. The midfield was completely controlled by Chelsea. Maresca ball is full in flow at the moment. They're sitting decently in the Premier League. We know that. Arsenal is their next game. This is a great game to go into Arsenal, even though I think Arsenal will batter Barcelona probably about 6-0, bro. I'm not even kidding, yeah? Arsenal will crucify Barcelona. It will be literally the next level coming, because Arsenal will not mess around. They won't be wasteful of the chances that Chelsea had today. Arsenal would destroy Barcelona, like they would Real Madrid as well. I know that as well. They would destroy them, yeah? Expected goals. Not that many for Chelsea, but at the end of the day, they got and they converted the big chances they had. Absolutely amazing. The shots on target they had, very, very good. And overall, when you see the momentum of play from Barcelona and Chelsea, it was just so good, so evident that Barcelona were going to get absolutely wiped the floor with today. And the red card just made it even worse. Let's look at the Champions League table, guys, that currently sits. Chelsea 5th. they've come back into it. Obviously, the draw against Karabakh, not the best of results, but you can't really go to those away teams and expect to play like that and get anything at all. Chelsea, they turned up today. They turned up. They went to Stamford Bridge. They knew Barcelona were coming to Stamford Bridge, and they absolutely made a mockery of Barcelona. Complete mockery with Borussia Dortmund ahead, Inter, Arsenal, Bayern Munich. And you see there's a constant pattern here, people. A constant pattern. Because you see a lot of Premier League teams in the top flight, Newcastle, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, all the teams apart from Tottenham, but Tottenham, we don't count them at all. They are in there. We know that. Barcelona are sitting in these playoff places. I'm going to tell you right now, they have easy games coming up, though. They should be able to get into the automatic qualification, but so should other teams as well. So I'm going to say right now, yeah, this whole situation with Barcelona and the Champions League, they're not making it through. They're not making it through the automatic playoffs. Real Madrid may scrape it. I'm going to say it right now, scrape. If we get into that playoffs, I'm done as well. I think all the Spanish teams will end up in the playoffs. Every single one, except for Villarreal, maybe Athletic Bilbao. Who knows? But the Spanish teams are washed, guys. La Liga is becoming a infested league with absolute trash, mate. Dross, mate. These teams don't even know how to play fast, attacking, flowing football. We saw Elche did it. Great, but that's ingrained into them from the manager, Sarabia. And a few other teams as well can play decent football. Vallecano being one of them. Hence the last two teams that we played. But the rest of them are absolutely horrific. You're going to see Real Madrid and Barcelona be at the top of La Liga for years and years and years and years and years and years to come. Because it is horrific, man. It's horrific, man. Let's just call it as is. And people are saying that who would beat this Chelsea team at home? Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal would. Arsenal would, but the situation is, I don't think Barcelona or Real Madrid and Barcelona will not beat Chelsea home or away. Home or away. That's factual, mate. Real Madrid are equally as trash as Barcelona. Equally. The only thing that separates them is that El Clasico. Apart from that, nothing else separates. Nothing else. Just literally one goal. I am lost for words, man. I'm lost for words because, well, look, I want to say this because it really gets on my nerves. Yeah? Real Madrid fans, you can banter Barcelona all you want. Yeah? I don't really care, man. Yeah? Look all the merch behind me. Fine. I'm a Real Madrid fan. We know. Yeah? You can banter Barcelona fans all you want. I can call them Barca. I can call them this. I can call them that. I can call them trash. I can call them this. They were trash today. They were trash against Sevilla. And I've called them out recently. I've called them out against Vallecano. They were absolutely trash in that match also. Jean Garcia saved their life in that match. But Real Madrid have no right to get on their high horse and think they're any better. Real Madrid are not any better than Barcelona this season. They're not anywhere near better. The only thing that separates them is that one solitary goal in the El Clasico. It's the only thing that separates them. One solitary goal. And I'm going to look at it like this. Barcelona are in a horrific situation as well. Real Madrid are in a horrific situation as well. It feels like a revolt against the manager. The players are not happy. Whatever is happening. But I'm going to speak facts also. That Barcelona, if they are maybe a few points adrift of Real Madrid by the end of the year, they're winning La Liga. I know they are because they'll beat the rest of the teams in La Liga. I know that's a fact. Because we have to face Barcelona in the new camp also. So that's also a game that we need to overcome. Barcelona are in just as equally a trash position as Real Madrid. Both of these teams are horrific. The play is awful at times. Let me just put you an example. Today, Chelsea versus Barcelona. Barcelona have the ball in midfield. They lose it 2 seconds because they're too slow on the ball. They're too slow. Even for Barcelona's standards, the directness and the quickness of the tempo of the game, they are too slow. Barcelona fans can say, Ferran Torres missed that. Well, Chelsea missed a string of other chances as well. They should have scored, and they didn't as well. Let's just call that as it is as well. Barcelona are just as an equally bad position as Real Madrid. And Real Madrid, likewise, in the reverse section, are just in an equally bad position as Barcelona. They're both equally as trash as each other. That's it. I cannot say any different. Because I'm not confident that Real Madrid will go to Olympiacos tomorrow and beat Olympiacos. I'm not confident. People, have you seen the squad list? Have you seen our defense? God help us. That's all I'm going to say. Have you seen that Courtois is missing from the match? God help us. Have you seen the squad? The defense is literally like last season, makeshift defenses. Asensio's back in there. You're going to see Tchouaméni dropping back. This is going to be another horrible performance from Real Madrid. And I can tell something, at least from one perspective, across the majority of the season, that Real Madrid and Barcelona both have played the worst football that we're seeing in Europe. Both of them. Both of them play equally as horrific football as each other. Barcelona don't know how to defend when they're playing against a good team. That's factual. Real Madrid don't know how to attack. They get goals. They get the chances. They can't get anything. Not even, well, actually, I repeat that. Against Elche, no chances. Vallecano, horrible as well. Liverpool getting pumped all over the place by an absolute horrific Liverpool team this season. And it shows again the quality of the Premier League, because Liverpool, look at it where they are. Look where Liverpool are. And look how they destroyed Real Madrid. And you're saying to me that Real Madrid won't be lower than Liverpool. My God, let's look at the Premier League table. I want to actually look at it because I have to, people, yeah? I have to. Liverpool are 12th. You are telling me that a team that annihilated Real Madrid on the pitch won't sit below? Real Madrid will be lucky if they're in the top 10. Same as Barcelona. Factual. Don't get me started. Manchester United will have a good game against Real Madrid. I tell you that right now off the top. Tottenham Hotspur will probably beat Real Madrid. I'm going to tell you that also. Bournemouth will beat Real Madrid. Sunderland will beat Real Madrid. Brighton, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa will all beat Real Madrid. Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal. They will all beat Real Madrid. Let's go into Barcelona. Let's go into the camp of Barcelona, because Real Madrid fans probably now saying, look at this guy, he's ranting about Real Madrid. Hey. Barcelona will get beaten by Liverpool, Everton, Man United, Tottenham, Bournemouth, Sunderland, Brighton, Crystal Palace. Every single one of these teams. Let's call it as is. Bournemouth play under Iraola. Don't get me started. Under Iraola, yeah? Bournemouth play better football than Real Madrid and Barcelona combined. Bournemouth play better football than both of these teams. Look where they're sitting. Sunderland will just sit back and hit us on the break, counter-attack settings. Literally like they did to Arsenal. Sunderland, at the Stadium of Light, went toe-to-toe with Arsenal, and you don't think they'll beat Real Madrid? Of course they'll beat us. They'll beat flipping Barcelona. People are looking at these teams like they're absolute washed. They're not washed at all. Come on, man. Come on. Man United probably equally as trash as flipping Real Madrid, but I tell you what, on the grand scheme of things, when you look at it, they'll probably have a go. Because Real Madrid have so much space for players like Cunha, for Mbuemo, for Ahmad to exploit. Brother, don't get me started. Brother, Tottenham of all teams. Yeah. At least I'm going to say that Real Madrid will probably be 9th at the moment or 10th. Because the top 8, they're all better. Every single one of them. Exactly. Villarreal, look at this again, brother. Dortmund absolutely smacked Villarreal, bro. Yeah. Athletic Bilbao, yeah, played a team from Czech Republic because Isco was in the chat, yeah? Brother. Let's just call it as it is, man. The whole La Liga is washed, man. Washed. They have no chance of doing anything in this Champions League. It will take a miracle, an absolute miracle on manner of epic proportions for Real Madrid to do something in the Champions League. If we get to the semi-final, I tell you what, I wouldn't put Real Madrid past anything, brother, because they have some voodoo curse in the Champions League. They could be playing trash all season, and then they end up winning the Champions League. Look, they've done it before. We know. They can scumbag results like crazy. They just turn up in like 10 minutes and they score goals. That's what Real Madrid are. It's the genetics of the team. But I tell you what, not under this team. Not under the flipping egos of this team. Not under your Vinnies and your Bellinghams and your Mbappes and all the flipping team that want to literally revolt against Xabi Alonso. I tell you what, I saw at the end of the match today, Barcelona, Hansi Flick looked like he was flicked off, essentially. This guy looked like he was done. He was down and out. And rightly so, mate. He looked like, what can I do this season for Barcelona? There's nothing they can do. Barcelona are trash. Real Madrid are trash. Yeah? We have to just come to a conclusion that we're just competing amongst each other for La Liga. That's it. Barcelona today against Chelsea. Brother, Chelsea are different level, man. They're like miles ahead. Chelsea... Liverpool destroyed Real Madrid. What would Chelsea do to Real Madrid with their quality? Oh, my Lord. I don't even want to begin to think about it. La Liga is embarrassing, bro. This team, this whole setup, this league is embarrassing. Tebas, I hope he gets sacked, mate. This guy needs to get sacked immediately as the president. Honestly, he needs a sacking of epic proportions. Get some investors in. Get some flipping big players in. Get some big sponsors in. Brother, La Liga Santander was sick, bro. La Liga Santander was absolutely immaculate. We had teams competing at top flight of Europe for so long. Countless teams winning Europa League, bro. Your Villarreal, your Sevillas, bro. Like, we had teams competing at the top flight of Europe. Teams will be fearful to go to Spain and play Spanish teams. Not anymore. It's done, man. Winning La Liga is not even an achievement anymore. I'm telling you right now, winning La Liga is easier than winning the FA Cup, bro. Let's just call it as it is. Winning La Liga is easy. I tell you, FA Cup is a harder competition to win than La Liga. That's factual, bro. It's factual, man. It's ridiculous, man. We are done, mate. We're done. Spaniards, we need to just resign, mate, from this league, mate. We need to go on a protest against this horrible president that we have in charge, bro. Get rid of Tebas. Get rid of the institution itself, mate. Come back to big sponsors where we can actually get investment, money, these top 6 teams where we can actually play good teams on a week-to-week basis, yeah, and not trash, bro, because then it just drops our standard. It drops Barcelona's standard, and in some manner, in kind of like a devil advocate way, I would say that Barcelona being better is helping and benefiting Real Madrid. Real Madrid and Barcelona fans, both of them, I tell you what, you have to agree on that one. That both teams being better benefits the other team. It does. We can't expect Barcelona to be trash the whole season because we'll just literally just be competing amongst ourselves and competing amongst the trash in La Liga. Let's just call it as it is. People say, oh, look at Elche. They outperformed Real Madrid. Well, of course they did. Look at the manager. Sorry, that guy was assistant at Betis and assistant at Barcelona. Both teams. And both teams intrinsically have good playing systems. We know that already. Elche, they outperformed. They battered Real Madrid all over the place. We never seen anything like it. But today, Chelsea on a different level, man. Chelsea absolutely cooked Barcelona on a different level, man, altogether. We didn't see it coming. Honestly, we didn't see it coming. What we saw was absolutely crazy. Let me get some super chats, guys, yeah? So we can actually address this. Bro, Tebas has said it himself that he's been a Madridista since he was 6. How is that even fair to the rest of the league? Do you know what? whatever, man. I just want him to be sacked. I don't even care, mate. Thanks for the super chat. Barca were frauds even last year. Easy bracket. Almost lost. They did have a easy bracket last year. That's factual. They did end up towards the top of the table. I know that. But they had an easy bracket after. So, look, I'm not going to count it out. They reached the semi-final, whatever. Real Madrid reached nowhere. So, let's just call it as it is. But Barcelona, they bottled it. Semi-final. Last minute and a bit of the game. Crazy, man. Yeah? You're spot on day, but wasn't the Premier League always better in terms of pace and competition? The Premier League's always been better in pace, but I tell you what, overall quality in the Premier League, like La Liga, the CR7, the Messi generation is gone, yeah? The last of that generation is finished, yeah? Your Benzemas, all these different players, it's done, it's washed. They need to find new players to come in. Your Estevals, your different players across the world. Like these kind of players where they can help benefit the league and actually boost it up. That's what's going to happen. Something needs to be done. La Liga is following the footsteps of the Italian league, most irrelevant on European stage and way behind others. Absolutely. Hey, Dave, La Liga is effed by Premier League this cup. Look, the commentator made a point that I think it's last 11 games, Premier League sides versus La Liga competition. La Liga's only won once. And guess which game that was? Barcelona versus Newcastle. Explains it all. A team sitting in 14th, bro. Explains it all. And let's be honest, that Barcelona won. It was a scrape by job as well. Let's just call it as it was scrape by. It wasn't convincing. It wasn't. Newcastle had their chances. Barcelona had their chances. Rashford took it upon himself to shoot some mega shots. That's what happened. Let's just call it as it is. It was a scrape by job. 2-1, it was a scrape by job at St. James's Park. Done, mate. Yeah? And this game here proved that Barcelona and Real Madrid cannot complete. I tell you what, if any of these teams meet any other... Well, I say that. Man City, people. Guys, I'll reserve my judgment completely on this until Man City. But overall, you see it. Look, Tottenham beat Villarreal. Arsenal beat Atletico Madrid. Absolutely battered them. One of the best defensive teams in Europe. Bilbao battered them. What can we do, man? What can we do as La Liga fans, people? We're watching trash on a week. We think that Real Madrid are good. That's the main issue here. Real Madrid fans think that Real Madrid are good. What are we smoking? Like serious extra strong stuff, because Real Madrid are not good. We are horrid, mate. We're horrid. We're scraping by Mallorca and teams like Mallorca and Getafe, but like this horrible. Ooh. Shit, mate. Horrible. Nothing's good about it at all. Nothing about Real Madrid is good. Nothing about Barcelona is good. The whole league is washed. End of story, guys, yeah? End of story. Yeah? Unbelievable. Anyway, but guys, take care. We're going to redirect to... Let's see who we're going to redirect to. We're going to redirect to... We're going to redirect to Barca Volume, guys. Yeah, Barca Volume. Let your thoughts be known in the chat. Yeah, Barca Volume is obviously live. Yeah, make sure you big him up. Yeah, for losing. And we'll see you next time, guys. Take care. Adios. And we'll see you.